Man, I want to love this thing, but what the hell is going on over at Leapers UTG? Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Big Ball Vlogs, and I'm back with another budget review. You know, my niche is bringing you the deals, and that comes to everything that I actually buy on my own dime, and I think that's pretty cool, and I want to bring you the deals to you. So today I thought I'd be talking about some of the other hobbies that I have and some of the things I bought recently for me when I'm out shooting at the range. I've been trying to get a little bit longer range shots in with my 16-inch build, and I wanted to try some scopes. So I went to my favorite shopping spot. I went to Amazon, and I've been going through a lot of their low-cost budget LPVO scopes. If you're not sure what LPVO stands for, it stands for low power variable optic, and this is one of them. There are a plethora of them on Amazon, and like I said, I usually do the shopping for you so you know whether or not to spend your money on it. But this particular video, I wanted to kind of talk about something that I found to be a little bit odd. One of my go-tos for budget builds, one of my go-to optics I've been using forever, is Leapers UTG. And not only do they make optics, they make a lot of different firearm accessories. And I found every last thing I bought from Leapers UTG to be high quality. So after going through a lot of different purchases, in fact, this is one of the purchases I picked up. This was a $50, you know, it says 1 to 5, but it's more like a 2 to 6. Budget LPVO scope, and cornerly branded best sight. This is a very good sight for 50 bucks. It has its flaws, but for a guy like me who just wants to get out and try some stuff, and you know, I know a lot of you guys would be caught with an AR under. I know a lot of you guys wouldn't be caught dead with an AR under $1,000 on the optic to match. I'm not into that type of spending, so I bought this one to try out. And this is a really good scope. It had me shooting very tight groups in a very short period of time with the MOA adjustments that it had. It has, you know, adjustable turrets. It's got illuminated reticle. It's a very good scope. But I am a Leapers UTG fan, so when I saw this optic online, I thought I would have to give it a try. And this is not, compared to this scope, budget for me. This is actually $168, if I'm not mistaken. That was budget because, or lower cost because on the web, I found it for around $199. So to find it on Amazon for $168, I said, hey, I like Leapers UTG. I want to stick with that brand. I want to try it out. And not only did I buy one of these, I actually bought two. And the reason I want to do this video is because I'm curious what is going on over at Leapers UTG. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to start with the good, because I don't want to trash Leapers UTG because for some reason this must be a bad batch, but I want to go over the better things that I like about this optic. Some of it is a little bit, you know, what they call it, gimmicky, but a lot of this is very good quality when you come to Leapers UTG. So first off, glass is, you know, impeccable. The glass is super clear at lower magnification. I mean, compared to the best light, I think I like the clarity and the brightness that I get from the Leapers UTG. The second thing is that it does have those adjustable turrets that I don't need a special tool. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe once you get these dialed in, you can set them back to 0 so that you can do micro adjustments by loosening up the hex key on the top there and then tightening it back down. So that was pretty cool about it too. Lengthwise, it is about, I don't know, 8 inches long, and I don't know if this is considered a long eye relief scope because it sits about maybe, I don't know, 4 to 5 inches away from my eye for me to pick up that eye box, but it has a very nice eye box at low magnification. So a lot going for it that I like so far. The next thing that I liked was the fact that it does have one of the best reticle illuminations that I've seen in all of the budget optics. Like I said, I don't want to make this about the best sight, but when you light the best sight up, you can see a colored halo around the outside of the glass, and then it's like a hazy coloration of the actual reticle itself. Whereas the Leapers UTG has to be, I mean, I haven't shot a lot of higher end ones, but it has to be the best that I've seen, because when you turn it on, it has a pinpoint dot in the center which lights up similar to a red dot optic, but you can either change that from green or red. And then they have this gimmicky thing where if you play with the combination of the buttons, you can change this to 36 different colors, which I would never do. I would just turn it to red or green. But I like the fact that when you turn on the red or the green, all you get, you don't see a lot of color around the outside, all you get is that red dot lighting up in the center. And it is, out of the entire optic, it is the only part that is illuminated. And I like that because it works more like a red dot sight. Another good thing about the Leapers UTG is why I said this is supposed to be, I'm going to keep this in my hand, while this is supposed to be a 1 to 5, it's more like a 2 to 6. Not bad, still good for close range, but it doesn't give you that that advertise 1x magnification at low end. The Leapers UTG does give you the advertised 1x at low end and 8x at high end. Those are the things that the Leapers UTG, I'm going to just say UTG at this point, those are the things that the UTG scope has going for it that I really like. Also, I did swap out the offset mount with a Monstrum QD because I don't like to run just optics on their own. I like to be able to pull them off if I have to and go back to the irons. So I bought the Monstrum version of this offset red sight, but UTG also supplies a very nice bolt down style offset 30 millimeter mount for the scope. So you get pretty much what you need to get it mounted to the gun. You also get your battery, and you get a cleaning cloth, and you get I believe a wrench, and that's about it. But that's all you need. That's all you need. And then there's the not so good about the UTG. Now, here's where I'm a little bit confused because I don't know why. Like I said, UTG in the past has been one of probably the best budget, cost-effective, cost-friendly firearms accessories that I've ever bought. That comes from bags, that comes from optics, that comes from scope mounts. Everything that I bought from Leapers UTG has been spot on. When it comes to the red dot optics, the dots have been so crisp that I can see it without even using my glasses, and has a pinpoint dot on it. And I'm one of those guys that may have an astigmatism that when I look at some optics, it looks a little bit blurry or out of shape. Leapers UTG's never had that. The thing that I don't know why this has to be, I don't know, the thing that disappoints me so much is that not only did I buy one, I bought two of these, and both of these have defects that are just unacceptable. So with all that good going for it, the thing that has made me not really like this optic, in which I will be sending this one back, and they sent me a replacement to replace this so I can send this back, and then I have that one, but that one's also busted, is that the inner workings of this scope seem like they built it in a lab or something that was not quality control or clear of fine particles, dust, what have you. This particular scope in my hand, which is the better of the two that I got, has a defect where if you look at it, not even under high magnification, but it is very obvious when it is under high magnification, and even more obvious when you look at it with the reticle illumination turned on, it looks like it has multiple drops of water inside on one of the lenses, like little splashes that barely pick up unless you get the right reflection and you turn on the illumination, then they light up like the center dot. Not as bright, but you can still see them more under the illumination settings. Now, the other one, which I don't know why, when you dial it all the way down to 1x, it looks like it has either a lens that isn't attached or a crack or a hair inside of it, which is so obvious that it is unable to even be ignored. It is just that big, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And that is unusual for a company that I have found to give out decent quality. I mean, out of everything I bought, I would say 90 to 100% of the time. So for me, at $168 for this scope and $50 for this scope, and for somebody who's just an enthusiast that likes that wants to try something different, I am disappointed that I paid more, because you know what they say, when you're looking for the deals, you may not always be a deal. Sometimes a deal is what they say, you get what you pay for. Well, I paid $168 for this, and I think I got lower quality than this $58 scope. I mean, this thing, like I said, it comes with everything. It comes with a level, it comes with rings for dovetail and Picatinny. It has everything you would need to get it mounted, plus some. And this one, where I expected the most out of it because of the quality I've got from UTG, both of these are unacceptable in my opinion. So what I'll be doing is sending both of them back, because 2 for 2, that just can't be a mistake. That can't be something that happened by mistake, unless for some reason Amazon had a bad batch. I don't see how I could have gotten 2 bad optics. So I'm going to be sending both of these back, and hopefully Leapers UTG might see this video and respond, because I've seen other videos when I went to look for this online just to see what quality I'm going to get. I've seen other guys do videos on this, and actually on Amazon there were plenty of people who had positive reviews. But for me, buying 2 of these, I just got 2 bad ones, and I don't trust it. So I'm going to send this back. I'm going to keep my optic. I'm probably going to mount up this $56 scope, which I plan on keeping to mount to something else in the future. And hopefully, like I said, I'll get an answer back from Leapers. If for some reason Leapers can send me one of these that is without defect, I would most definitely pay for it and swap it out with this, because I do like this. Oh yeah, one more thing that I don't know, like I said, just because I'm new to low power optics, one thing that I don't know if it's good or bad or not is that at 1x, very clear, very open, very crisp eye box where I can see everything, but at 8x I tend to lose the eye box a little bit. Like, it's like I really have to look for it under this, you know, under the high magnification. So that part I'm not sure of. I don't get it with this. From 1 to 5 or 2 to 6 or whatever this may be, it is quality, clear, and like I said, I don't even know why I swapped it out, because I think 90% of the time I would not be using the illumination. It's just another, you know, I guess perk of buying this that, you know, it came with for 56 bucks, where they had one without for $52. But for this one, yeah, I don't know, there's just some things that are wrong. I feel like they're wrong. So if you got any comments, or you have one of these, and you can probably chime in on whether or not you got one that had these similar defects and what you did about it, I'd appreciate it. But for now, I'm going to say that the Leapers Accushot 1 to 8 LPVO is definitely not a deal at $168, because you can get something on Amazon from 50 bucks. If you go with a Monstrum, you might spend $168, and they are a very well-known LPVO scope manufacturing company on Amazon. You can even go with something in between for like 120 bucks and probably get decent quality. Maybe just not the perfect scope for the cost, but decent quality. So with that said, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.